Alright, Kaden, what's your thoughts?
I'll be first place.
Alright, thoughts on the game?
0-2.
Alright, what's your thoughts on the game?
I'm not racist.
What's your thoughts?
Oh, I don't know. I'm carried-minded.
I'm gonna win. Oh, I'm tired.
So, I brought a group of middle schoolers to a tournament that was for 8th through 12th graders. All of us were in 8th grade besides this bum. This was around the end of the school year, so it was kind of a last hurrah to see how us middle schoolers would do for our last year. This tournament was really fun, and I also want to thank the people that set it up, as well as the people I got footage from. There were some sick moments in this tournament, from crazy 0 to deaths to getting killed at 20 by a DDD ledge trap. The real question was, how far would we get against a stronger and more advanced region? Basically, this tournament was stacked as heck, with people like Legendary Lance, who was the number 1 seed in my Fall States video, now being the number 2 seed. There was also a few others like Skills BP, the Peach player, and one high schooler named Lemonite, who was number 1 seed at the tournament. There was a doubles bracket as well as a redemption bracket too at the end, so it wasn't just one bracket. We had to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to this one, as it was 2 hours away, because apparently nobody hosts Smash tournaments in a rural area. So like always, we had to spam call someone because they didn't get up. Also, Taco made it this time because he didn't stay up till 4 playing Fortnite. Once we get there, we check into the venue and practice for our matches, whether that means spending an hour straight practicing the Luigi 0 to death or spamming Smash attacks as Bowser. On the website the day before, the seating was finalized and all of us got to see our matches. I had to play a Ridley player who only cares about GSP. Night Fox had to play a good Pac-Man player named Parking Lot. Beastie had to play Skills BP, a Peach player that most likely has carpal tunnel due to the turnip combos I saw. The Coolster had to face Z-NATO, an extremely good Mii Sword Fighter player I played friendlies against on a setup that consisted of scuffed Joy-Cons and putting a Switch leaning against a McDonald's iced coffee with an HDMI cord wrapped around it to keep it still. And last but not least, Taco.
I'm from the street from the old block.
Who means Bowser. He had to play a Robin slash Hero slash Min slash Cloud slash Gunner slash Brawler slash can't choose a main player named Blade. My match against Ridley was the first one of the event, so we got to be on stream. I'll be honest, this might have been the most Looney Tune game I've ever played in my entire life. Everyone else's match didn't exactly go as well as mine, because all of them went 0-2 in their set. This was great winning a match on stream because it gave me good momentum moving, which I really needed because I would be playing Lemonite next, who is the number 1 seed. I will mention that all the matches until top 8 were best of 3, so there wasn't a lot of wiggle room between destroying and getting destroyed. Although this match was an exception. First round he played Joker, which is a god-awful matchup for Ness, but I love it. It was surprising because I knew he made Meta Knight, and I have no idea why he did this, but it did go surprisingly well for me, and I won the first match. I realized that if I won this next match, I would make a huge upset against him because I wasn't seeded very well. After this match, the score was 1-1, and I really wanted to win this next set because I would actually have a very high chance of winning if I did. So, I chose Fireboy, and he chose Masked Kirby, and the final match began. Really wish I could have won that set, but there was still a loser's bracket to get through as well. The others ended up getting their games in loser's bracket, and they played pretty well. Beastie won a set as well as Taco, and Night Fox took a game. The Coolster was matched against good players, so it was just really unlucky for him. This left only me and Beastie left to continue, and he got matched against a Game & Watch, so you can expect who won that. I was matched against a Steve player named Blood Boil. He was pretty chill for a Steve player, so I knew he couldn't be that good. After all, if you want to be a good Steve player, you have to have no remorse for paying that $6.99 to play the best character in the game. It was actually a fun set for me, although I doubt he had fun as well because it was a learning experience for him.
What?
What? Next, I had to go against a King DDD player, and I'll be honest, I don't know the matchup very well against that character, so it was going to be tough. And even if I did win it, it would be even harder from there because there was really good players up ahead next. Even with the first match lost, I knew that if I adapted well, I could still have a chance to make it farther. The next match was way better for me, and I even ended it with a clip that got into Yeet Smash as well. It was still best of 3 at this point, so the score being 1-1 was definitely stressful. If I won this, I would have to go against Blade, somebody that I played in friendlies prior to the bracket, the same guy Taco had to play. Sadly, I ended up losing and getting 13th place, but that's pretty good for all the players I had to play against, with the only ones I lost to being the number 1 and number 9 seed. But this isn't over, because after the losers bracket, there was an amateur bracket for all the players that went either 0-2, 1-2, or 2-2. This gave the ones that got out early a chance to show their skill in a single elimination amateur bracket. I think that there were around 16 people in this bracket, but I have no idea because it wasn't an official bracket. I only really remember my run in the bracket, and even then I'm a bit forgetful. And the only matches I remember were against somebody with a weird tag, Cosma, and Hyperkid. I got the match against Cosma and the guy with the weird tag on the stream. I suppose I will show you, but only if you promise that you will never ever subscribe to my channel, because it's not cool and you should never do that because you're dumb if you do that. Yeah. The weird tag dude I played at the start played Fox the first game, Joker the second game, and Joker again in the third game. After that game I was pumped, so I had a lot of momentum going against Cosma. It had started out great when he played Luigi. Wow, I had never thought I'd say that in my life. Anyways, after that he switched to Byleth, and you know what Ness struggles with? Recovery gimps, juggles, swords, huge disjoints, projectiles that can't be absorbed, you know, everything Byleth has. This dude used everything he could to exploit my character, and he brought it back up to 2-2 and even made a 3-star comeback in the process. I knew that I needed to adapt if I wanted to win, because the next round was grand finals. Even though I won, this definitely brought my mood down, because he was very close to reverse 3-0ing me, meaning that he won the 3 matches in a row after I won the first 2. Thankfully, that didn't happen, so there I was, in the grand finals of the amateur bracket against Hyperkid. The first 2 matches, he played Pikachu, and that actually went pretty well for me. With just 1 match away, he ended up switching to Falco, but that was alright because not only was I only 1 away from winning, and I was winning by a decent amount too, so there was no way I would lose. Well, second place is alright. Moving on to the doubles bracket, my teammate would be Coolster, and the other team we had was Taco and Beastie. Both of us ended up playing in the first round, and let me tell you, none of us have ever played doubles before. That was so cool, Kyle. Me and Coolster won 2-0 by spamming Piranha Plant's spiky ball. Our next match would be against some actually good players, including the Peach player Skills BP. This one didn't go as well because we don't play doubles. It ended up 1-2. Sadly, there was no footage because usually I'm the one recording, and Grand Final set was going on as well. Grand Finals of the tournament, though, was Legendary Lance and Lemon Knight. I don't know the set count because I was in my doubles match, but Lemon Knight did end up winning the event. And Hyperkid won the amateur bracket, sadly. But I got a little squishy controller that I broke within an hour of having it, as well as a yo-yo because I got second place in the amateur bracket. Yeah. So the answer to the question of can middle schoolers win a high school tournament? Well, the answer is no. Absolutely not us. But that doesn't mean you can't either. I mean, we all either suck or just play bad characters. I'm sure that if you play Min Min or something, you would do way better than any of us. So get off your bed and stop scrolling through TikTok and find your scene for tournaments. Trust me, it's a really fun experience if you go 0-2. I hope you didn't enjoy this video, so don't subscribe or else I'm gonna PK fire your house in real life. Alright, bye. God, I'm so nerdy.